stay low.
Today I'm giving you a major hack that I've never mentioned before, or not in great depth anyways, and that's how to get the feeling of a power stop before you actually commit to a full-on power stop where you're entering from straight on. So if your turns are sound, this is going to be really easy for you. If your turns aren't perfect, you're going to need some work. So the major hack of the day today is turning, and how turning can feel just like a power stop if you let yourself slide into the power stop position at the end.
Why am I teaching you a hack but not the exact right form for a power stop? Because entering a power stop from straight on can be quite daunting. Learning to get a little slide on a turn is an easier, lower risk way to drift into this new skill. A simple, well-balanced turn position will help you enter a sliding stop at a slower speed, in a more prepared position, with the skates and legs at the right angles. Feeling your pavement at the beginning of a curve also prepares your mind for exactly what's happening with the pavement below. Is it sandy, sticky, rough, or smooth? So, when I talk about turns in this video, I'm actually referencing low to medium speed turns. For high speed stops, I advocate straight entry into the power stop because of rotational issues. But I'll talk about the high speed power stop entry in another video soon. Let's clear something up about the turn right now. You're actually going to be leaning away from the turn with your torso, not into the turn. As your skates and lower body angle into the turn, it's important that you bow your torso so that you get as much of it over your feet as possible so you don't slide out.
It's not a good situation to have a straight up lean with your feet over here while you're going around a circle with great centrifugal forces. So see how my trunk is over here? My knees are leaning in, my hips are over a little. Well, my body is as much over my hips as possible to make me very sticky on the turns.
Changing your blade angle on the turn just a little bit will make a huge difference. I do give my inside skate heel a little push into the turn, and all the early friction is displaced equally across all four wheels of the inside skate. The longer you keep the majority of your weight on this inside foot, the further you'll slide. In the perfect power stop, I invert that back under skate until my ankle is resting on the inside of my skate cuff, which is perfect because any more bend than this and I would slide out due to boot contact on the pavement. If the all-important back leg on a stop is bent enough, the front leg will easily move further to the outside, creating a greater angle and less friction for better slide control. There is a lot riding on backy here. Mid-slide, my skates are in a forward position, but I don't allow that rear skate to get out of my pelvis by more than a few inches. My best power stops happen when that foot is a little bit more under me. When my feet do get far out in front, I would consider it more of a parallel slide, which is cool, but the power stop is more adaptable and finishes in a more powerful position. Another big difference between the straight power stop entry and the turning entry is that in a turn, I rotate my torso with my hips so that my entire mass is moving into the rotation at the same time. But in my power stop, my torso is usually rotated well before I rotate my hips. I drop that shoulder back before entering the stop, and only once I've stopped do I allow my torso to continue rotating. This is so my momentum is not expressed through my feet, causing over-rotation. You can employ that post-stop rotation to avoid spinning out on the curving stop as well. If you find you are over-rotating with your turn slide, try entering with less curve beforehand. And remember to get early pressure on that inside grinding foot, the outside of that blade. An even easier way to get a little slide is drifting on a curve down a gentle downhill. I find steeper hills make it a little too complicated, but shallow gradients like this really make getting some significant slide much easier.
Now let's just practice getting a little drift around the corner here. So you don't actually have to commit, you can kick it out a little there. Kick it out. are, a little curly cue there.
Be patient. Do a few hundred turns. You can get a little slide at the beginning of the curve, or you can do a little test pump at the beginning of a curve and then finish it with a small bit of slide at the end. There's much more to say about the PowerStop and its various forms and components. I will be releasing more helpful videos dedicated to demystifying the PowerStop. Good luck with getting that first bit of slide, and as always, aim high, stay low. Stay low.